Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was King of Shadows? And yeah, guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now, before continuing this, I would like to make an announcement that I am making a website, a forum website in which we can talk and communicate as well as share each other's ideas and views regarding animes, mangas, and what ifs in general, and Q&A as well. And I am building this myself, so that is why it's taking so long, and so far I have been unsuccessful. I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat it, but hopefully this time it will be successful. And yeah, other than that, when it is done, I will just share a link to you all, guys, so you can visit it if you want to. Other than that, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in Konohagakure no Sato on October 10th, just after the QB attack, which left the whole village devastated because they have lost some good and strong-willed shinobis, as well as their leader, the fourth Hokage, and his wife, Kushino Uzumaki, the red hot-blooded habanero. As we go towards the council chamber, in which the debate was happening on what to do regarding the children. Yes, there were two. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze was an exact replica of his father, and the other one was a female named Mito Uzumaki Namikaze, exact replica of Kushina. As Tsunade, their grandmother, was also there, alongside their godfather Jiraiya. As the meeting was done, and it was decided that one of the children should stay here, so that the village will not be without a Jinchuriki. And Naruto was the one who was decided that he will be left behind, while Mito will be taken, because Naruto was the Jinchuriki of the soul of Kyuubi, while the whole chakra was stored inside Mito. And Jiraiya thought that Mito was the child of prophecy and revealed it to everyone. And when asked what will happen to Naruto, Jiraiya said that he will be useful and helpful for Mito in the future, because he will help alongside her, as everyone agreed wholeheartedly to that, since it was revealed that both of them were the children of Minato Namikaze, their fourth Hokage, and the red hot-blooded habanero, Kushino Uzumaki, their comrade, who have sacrificed their life for their sake. They could at least do this much for them. As everyone left after agreeing to celebrate the victory and mourn for the sorrow of the lost ones, as Naruto was handed over to Hiruzen before Tsunade and Jiraiya were about to leave. Hiruzen said, "You know you're making a mistake, Tsunade. He will hate you for this." "Sensei, I'm doing what is best for the whole elemental nations. I can't overlook that. And Mito, she's special. So is Naruto. He's your grandson. You're willingly abandoning him for her." "I'm not abandoning him. You're running away from your duty, Tsunade." "I'm not, Sensei. I will never do that to anyone. Not to my own grandchildren, I won't." "But you are." "Sensei, enough," said Jiraiya. "It is already hard for her to leave one behind. Because of the council, it was not because of the council. It was because of your willingness to agree to this stupidity. I knew Danzo's agenda and the elders, but you, I didn't know you will work along with them on this one. You do know that they will make his life living hell, knowing that the soul is still inside of him. He is Minato's son. They can't do that. They won't." "I trust in people fully," said Jiraiya. "So do I, Sensei." "Then you are the bigger fools here, who don't see the bigger picture than I do, being the Kage of this village." "Maybe you have gone old and senile, Sensei. That is why you are bickering these words," Jiraiya said, getting angry. "What did you say?" said Hiruzen, getting angry. As Jiraiya backed down, "I'm sorry, Sensei. It's been a tough night. It has been, for all of us." "Mark my words, both of you," said Hiruzen to Jiraiya and Tsunade. "This is the biggest mistake that you're going to make, and you will regret that in later on." As Hiruzen turned towards the window with Naruto to look at the village, not showing his tears that were falling on Naruto, poor little soul, already pulled into the darkness of this world. "I just hope that he will be able to overcome it when the time comes." Unknown to anyone, the shadows that were lurking were attracted towards Naruto because he was lonely He was an infant. He could feel it. He was alone. There was nobody there for him. Nobody to help. Nobody to hold. Nobody to give love to. As at night, when Hiruzen took Naruto home with him, he put him in a baby bed next to his own as he fell asleep, as that is when the shadows lurked inside of his body, as if they were consumed by his body, unknown to everyone. Time passed. Jiraiya and Tsunade has departed with Mito to a different village so they could keep her safe because she holded the whole chakra of Kyuubi and train her because she was the child of prophecy, as Jiraiya said. As for Naruto, he was left behind. Time passed, and soon the infants turned into babies who could walk, and then those babies turned into children and kids who can run and talk. And soon after, they turned into 8-year-old kids who could understand what was going on. As Naruto could clearly understand that world was seeing him differently. People would look at him in fear in their eyes and turn away, while some of them look at him with hate hidden behind their eyes, as nobody was there for him except for his Gigi. Nobody. Not even the Anbus, not even the Shinobis, not even the civilians. He was all alone, standing in a village as if he was a foreigner to them. Some kind of disgusting thing that they looked at and have to bear with for all eternity, like he was a punishment. And it made Naruto feel inferior, so he never stood outside and in front of everyone. He tried to make friends on different times, but every time it was unsuccessful. He tried to make friends that were of clans, but they also didn't want to talk to him. Naruto was left alone in the darkness of his own room. He usually cried that time because he felt so lonely. His Gigi was busy, and that left him alone all the time. And that is when we go towards his room to see Naruto as usual crying one day on his 8th birthday. His Gigi was busy that night, so he didn't come, even though Enma arrived to give him his present. He was happy for that, but it left a void still. As Naruto was crying, cursing his fate, a dark silhouette appeared as it bowed. "My liege." Who are you?" "I am your servant, my liege." I don't get it." "You are our lord, the king of darkness. Because of your loneliness and sorrow, we were attracted towards you. You hold great darkness within your heart, much more greater than Kyuubi, and yet you were able to restrain it to become a justful ruler. That is why you were given this title, a real Shadow King." "Oh, okay, but who are you?" "Me? I am your loyal subject, my liege. I don't have a shape or form, but this is the closest I could take to a human, and that is why I presented myself with this form to you, hoping that I won't scare you." There are more of you?" "Yes, there are. Millions of us. We are everywhere, and at the same time we are not. We are the shadows, my lord, and we are under your command. We can do anything you want for us." Really?" "Yes." What can you do?" "Anything. It is only limited by your imagination and mind." "Really? Can you tell me who my parents were? I asked Gigi, but he told me that they died in the Kyuubi attack and he didn't know about them." "I will investigate them, my lord. That is all. If you wish for anything else, you can tell me." What is your name? I do not have one." "Please give me one if you like to." "How about Shadow?" "That will be an honor, sir. I will be here within 10 minutes with the report." And as promised, Shadow did arrive within 10 minutes, as he presented Naruto with a file of Minato no Mikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, and their picture. As Naruto was happy to finally see the images of his parents, as then he read the entries below, since he could read and write. 2 children were born, him and his twin sister, who was taken by their grandmother while he was to be left behind as per the order and decision of his grandmother and the council. Naruto felt his heart clenched as he cried in pain. Pain of being stabbed through the heart, pain of being betrayed and being left alone. Why did this happen to him? Why was he the one who was left behind? And then he read something that made his world shake and tear into shreds. He was the holder of the QB soul, as that is why he was seen as an abomination walking amongst the populace. Everyone hated him, aside from his Gigi. Even his grandmother hated him. That is why she left him here. As Naruto started to cry even more, as he was comforted by the shadows then. It's alright, my liege. You can let it all out. I know that it is tough to be betrayed. We as the shadows are also betrayed by the lightning, because lightning is seen as hope and glory, while we shadows are seen as despair and darkness and evil lurking on the ground. But in reality, we are also needed as much as the lightning is needed to keep the balance in check. My liege, what are you thinking? We are going to leave, Shadow, Naruto said with coldness in his eyes. Shadow then said, Where to, my lord? Away from here, somewhere safe, where nobody can locate or find us. I know a place, my lord. It has been abandoned and left into shadows and ruin. The Uchiha, the place where Uzumaki's resided. You can find resources, the tools to learn and become a shinobi, a strong one as well, and where you can train to use your powers. The one you are here to, the power of shadows. Let's go. Before that, Naruto started to pack and left a letter for his GD and a file that he got from Shadow, that he knew that Shadow brought from the file places in Konoha's registry. As after that, Naruto disappeared with Shadow alongside in the ground, as if they were consumed in the darkness, leaving the room empty and alone in the night. It was after 2 days he didn't find the time to get free from his office that he returned to check on Naruto, since he felt bad that he left the kid alone for almost 2 days, even at his birthday. As when he arrived there, he saw that Naruto wasn't there, and then he saw a letter on his bed before he left, because he thought that Naruto had went out to play with his friends that he had made. As he reached for the letter and opened it, as soon as he read the letters, it only said 8 words, GG. It's goodbye. Don't look for me, Naruto. As the file was below, Hiruzen picked it up and read it. As he dropped the file, Anbu! As soon as he yelled that word, 10 Anbus arrived. Gather as much as forces as you can and look for Naruto. I do not know how long before he has left, and call for Inuzukas. Track him down. We have to find him and bring him here unharmed. Hi, go! As all the Anbus left on Hiruzen's order. As Hiruzen sat down, as he had a hand on his forehead. Damn it, Jiraiya. Tsunade, I told you that this will be a huge mistake that you are going to make that will come back to bite you in the ass. I just hope that you're prepared. As we go towards Naruto and Shadow were leaving, as Naruto then said, Shadow, can you locate my grandmother and my sister? Where are they? Yes, they're 3 villages away from where we are. How can you locate them so fast? As I told you, my lord, shadows are everywhere, and I can get even the tiniest bit of details and information through them. Good. Would you like to pay them a visit? No. I would like to see what they're up to. As Naruto and Shadow made their way towards the house in which the Tsunade and Jiraiya alongside Mito were staying, to see that it was dinner time and the family was enjoying dinner on the table, laughing and enjoying together. His sister looked happy, and Naruto's hands clenched, as did his jaws, as he felt a tear in his heart again. as he then looked away, tears leaving his eyes. Let's go. I've seen enough. As Naruto left. At that time, Tsunade saw a silhouette of a blonde-haired kid looking at her with cold blue eyes. But she shook that image out of her head. As Shadow and Naruto left towards Uchiha, continuing their journey. As soon as Naruto left, 2 or 3 minutes later, Enma arrived with a letter from Konoha. I hope everything is fine. Is it from Hokage-sama about Naruto? Said Mito, because she was told about her brother. Maybe. Let's just hope that he's into wild sports like someone, said Jiraiya in a joking manner. As Tsunade opened the letter laughingly, as Enma stood stoically and glared at them the whole time. As after reading the letter, Tsunade gasped. What is going on, Tsunade? Is everything fine? Naruto learned the truth on his own and left, saying not to look for him. What? Is he crazy? Where is he going to go? He's an 8-year-old kid. He can't have gone that far. And Sensei said that the letter is dated 2 days ago on his birthday. And we do not know where he went. What? We have to find him, Bachan. I really want to, but I don't know where to look at. Wait, we can't abandon the mission we're on. Remember? But Jiraiya, that is my grandson, that he will be fine. Tsunade, we will look for him once Mito is trained enough. And when will that be? In a few years. He will die until then, Jiraiya. Are you out of your mind? Yes, I am, Tsunade. Maybe it's good for Naruto to be like this. What? What do you mean by that, Jiraiya? You're walking on thin ice, so carefully choose your words. We left that kid in despair. I agreed with Sensei's philosophy. Whenever I look back, I knew how much of a big mistake I made and how much of a dick I was to make that decision. We made a mistake, Tsunade. And Naruto, realizing that we left him there, might have thought that we abandoned him. But I never did that. But he thinks. In his mind, he thinks that we abandoned him. Think of it, Tsunade. Being left alone for 8 years of your life. Nobody gives a damn about you except for one man inside the whole fucking village. And your own family is alive out there, chilling and celebrating birthdays every year and doing everything they want. And when you find out about them, you will not make a rash decision, Tsunade. I regret my decision of doing this. I shouldn't have agreed with those old bastards. Neither should have I. But we can't change things now. What is done is done. We have to go look for him. Fine. But you do know that he will not forgive you and it will only hurt you more in the end. I will accept his hatred as long and as much as he wants. I don't give a damn. I just want him to be safe. As Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Mito departed, with the sorrow and distressful expressions towards Konoha, in hopes of finding clues for their sibling and grandson and godson. As you go towards Naruto and Shadow, both of them have made their way towards Uchiha ruins. As Naruto went inside, and so did Shadow. As Naruto went inside to see many ruined buildings with an Uzumaki's role on there. So this is where the Uzumakis lived. Yes, my liege. Be on guard. There are many millions shadows here. I can see they are of evil spirits that haunt this land. As Naruto went towards them, they are approaching as shadows and silhouettes appeared in front of Naruto, of the fallen Uzumakis, who walks upon this cursed land, the land of ours. Naruto Uzumaki. Nonsense, you cannot be an Uzumaki. You have blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm an half Uzumaki. My mother was Kushina, who died sealing the Kyuubi inside of me, or a part of it, at my birthday. It's a sorrowful day, but why are you here? Isn't there any retainer or someone out there to look out for you? There were supposed to be, but they left me behind. What? An Uzumaki leaving an Uzumaki behind. She's an half Uzumaki, my grandmother, and so is my other sister. And that is why we were left behind. She's Senju Tsunade. What about your sister? She's with her. She took her but left me behind because she holds more part of QB than me. And my whole village ignored me except for a whole single man. He was in Saratobi. But he kept secrets from me. And when shadows arrived, I chose them because they showed more loyalty than anyone, and they revealed the truth to me and laid it out to me without lying and without any deceit. Then why are you here? I ran away. I don't want to stay in a village that curses my existence and looks at me as if I'm some sort of abomination, some sort of curse that is placed upon them that they have to bear. I see hatred. I have no one to lean on except for the shadows now. Good, you're here then. As the horrible visage disappeared to reveal a proper Uzumaki spirit, and many red-head spirits arrived. As all of them combined into one Uzumaki, Arashi Uzumaki, as he tapped on Naruto's forehead as a mark appeared of a swirl, and then turned into a purple diamond similar to that of Mito. There. In this diamond, you can use the Byaku seal and 100 healings to restore even the disintegrated organs without any drawbacks. And you can use super strength. And our knowledge of sealings as well as kenjutsu as well is given to you through that seal. Everything we knew is now yours, Naruto. You are the heir to the Uzumaki clan, and you can punish them as you wish. I do not want to punish them. Good. You have just proven to me that I have chosen a great heir for the Uzumaki land. You are the protector of this land now. Protect its ruin and its history. If you want to, you can avenge us as well. Who did this? As Naruto's memories brought to life, the memories that were stored inside of him, Kumo, Eva, and Kiri, I will make them pay. Pay for what they have done. They will pay for blood. As after that, Naruto's eyes turned dark, complete black, as shadows started to rise and turn into monsters. Some into serpents, some into huge dragons, and some into golems. Protect this area. Do not even let us scratch on these ruins. As Naruto started to build his throne on the other side, his own castle, the castle of the Shadow King. As after that, we go back to Konoha. It had been 1 week since Naruto had disappeared, and 4 days since, well, Tsunade, Mito, and Jiraiya has arrived. And they were talking to Hiruzen. Sensei, I know we made our mistake, but if this is some sort of prank or get back at us, please drop this. I can't bear it anymore. Where is he? I want to see him. Why are you here? I only sent you the letter out of goodwill of my heart, but I never mentioned you can come back. He's gone because of you. He read this file. I don't know where he got it from, but he did. Someone must have given it to him so he could be of losing trust from me. And that is why he left. We have been searching for him throughout the whole land of fire, but we cannot find him. Even across the borders? Yes. Our spies have been looking for him, but we didn't find any one bit. What if he went to Uzashio-gakure? Nonsense. There is no history of Uzashio-gakure known to any populace aside from us. It has to be kept a secret, Tsunade. I know it pains you, but it has to be this way. As after that, time passed and Naruto was not still found, and one by one, each and every Uzumaki possession from 5 elemental nations started to disappear. Naruto was taking them back with the help of shadows. As this was starting to happening over the course of 8 months now, many villages were left devastated because of the Uzumaki techniques and symbols all gone, and those who remembered it erased from their memories. There was a huge drawback, and a huge Kage summit was called immediately, as 5 Kages were present there: Yagura, Oniki, Rasa, as well as Hiruzen Sarutobi. We have arrived here to discuss a matter. Our scrolls that we stole from the Uzashio-gakure have been stolen. More like your scrolls, Hiruzen said, not ours. Ours were given to us by our friends and comrades. As a charity. We stole the loot of our victory, said Iwa Gakre's leader, Oniki. Your victory, my ass. You ambushed them because of some traitors. Well, a win is a still win, Hiruzen. It doesn't change the matter of fact that we won the war. But at what cost, Oniki? At what cost? You killed infants, kids, children, girls, boys of age that are similar to your grandson, and you didn't felt remorse. No, I felt happy. Good to know that you are a monster, and your whole village was a monster. And thankfully, Minato erased half of them, as Onki gritted his teeth. As for you all, I do not know why you called this meeting, but it has nothing to do with us. Our own schools are gone missing. Maybe it is those Umaki's curse that were placed upon them items. If they are ever stolen, after some certain time, they will disappear. It could be possible. We can go always back to ruins to get some more. As everyone agreed, as Rizuna said, well, I give up. I'm not going. You're on your own. Fine, said A, as the 4 villages agreed to this as Rizuna left. As the 4 villages sent many shinobis at Uchiha, but none of them ever returned, except for their mangled corpses that were sent through our shadows and appeared in the middle of the night in their gates. As more time passed, many shinobis were sent, but none of them were able to get back on their feet or even inside the village. They came as dead corpses, mangled in half and broken badly, their eyes shedding tears of blackness, as there was a now black shroud of cloak over the whole Uchiha. As another Kage summit was called after that, to find out what was happening and going on in that area. As the 5 Kages have gathered once again in one place, in Iron Country. Our many shinobis have died. I almost lost half of my shinobis, said Rasa. We at 30%, 20%, said Yagura. 50%, Oniki said. What? You sent that many? Yes, I have. What is going on then? Nobody is able to enter it. It's a dark cloud over there. A dark shroud, what? A cloak. As if something is protecting it. I see. Thank you for this information, said Hiruzen after thinking a bit, as he bid them all farewell and left, as they all agreed to not send any more shinobis. But Hiruzen, with a group of shinobis, went there, Tsunade, Jiraiya, Mito, as well as himself, because he knew a hunch something was wrong. As they arrived there, they saw that there was a huge cloak of shadow there and darkness, cloaking the whole village, as it opened a path for them. As a golem of darkness arrived, as he bowed and indicated them to follow, as they all did, but on guard. As they went inside to see that the guards were guarding the whole ruins, they were huge golems, and there were many shadow snakes as well as shadow dragons. As they walked towards a dark mansion that reeked of power, they went inside to see a throne, a huge throne, and on that throne was sitting Naruto, looking bored. Well, look who's here, Naruto said as he jumped down. He was wearing black clothes now, that of royalty, as many of his shadow servants arrived with spears. As Naruto lifted his hand up, "They are our guests. Do not be hostile." As then Shadow arrived, his general and his aide. "My liege, are you sure about this?" "Yes, Shadow. We are different. We do not go for revenge. We take what is ours. But the revenge that we will take is against those criminals who harmed Uchiha and mocked them on their deathbed." Naruto? Yes, what is it Tsunade sent you? What do you want? And why are you here? As Naruto saw that Tsunade was looking down on the ground and shedding tears of happiness and sorrow. Happiness that he was alive and okay, and sorrow that he didn't call her grandmother. In Naruto's eyes, why would he call her? She abandoned him willingly. As Naruto looked at his sister, "Hello, Mito." "Hey, Nissan." Naruto nodded and went towards his Giri and gave him a hug. completely ignoring Jiraiya. Hello, Gigi. It's been a while since we met. Naruto, my boy. You're fine. I was so upset when you left, and I was devastated. I'm sorry, Gigi, but I had to leave because of some things that I discovered. I couldn't bear it anymore. I had to go. Plus, that village, it saw me as a curse. I, I couldn't bear it anymore. The hatred lurking in their eyes, looking at me, glaring at me. I can't take it anymore. I had to go. I know, my boy. It's my fault. I should have been there for you from the beginning. No, Gigi, you tried your best and did what you could. It was all because of me. Because I was weak at the time, but now I am strong. Strong enough to protect you and those who are precious to me. The shadows. Naruto said, "You are my guest. You will stay here and be looked after as if you are my family." Naruto said, "Now rest, please. And so will I. We will have a meeting tomorrow onwards." As after that, Naruto left from his throne as Shadow arrived in front of them. "Please follow me so I can guide you to your rooms." As they were guided to their separate rooms after that. And when they arrived, they stayed there, Mito and Tsunade in one, as Hiruzen and Jiraiya stayed in another. He didn't even talk to me or looked at me. Why would he, Jiraiya? He knows what you did. Even though you were his godfather, you were the one who suggested this plan. And that is a burden and guilt that I have to live with. I am the reason that kid turned out like that. Yes, Jiraiya, you are, said Hiruzen, not giving any comforting words to Jiraiya, making him feel even more guilty. As both of them fell asleep, as he go towards Tsunade and Mito's room, both of the girls were laying on their bed and crying, as Mito went towards Tsunade's bed and hugged her. "Bachan, do you think that Nissan will ever forgive us?" "I don't know, Mito. The mistakes we made are much greater than that. That can be forgiven. I just hope that he has the heart to." As after that, they both fell asleep. As we go towards Naruto inside his room. As Shadow arrived, they are dropped to their room. Good. Bring me the files, Shadows. What is happening amongst Akatsuki? Have they started making their move? My liege, they are making their move towards Suna's Jinchuriki soon. But it is said that they will wait for a few years. If they wanted, they could start now, but the Jinchuriki is younger and they don't want to harm young Charles. I see. How much longer? When he reached at the age of 13, my liege, he is similar age as you. Good. You can leave now. As Naruto was left to his own devices, and the next day came when Naruto and the Konoha delegate had a meeting. "Naruto, please, I don't want to, Gigi. This place is my home, my kingdom that I have built, and I will be the one who will protect it, as I am the heir to the whole Uzumaki land now." "But I am the older Uzumaki, and you are in half Uzumaki, and so was I, but I was given the permission by Arashi Uzumaki himself. His ghost lingers around here. He still is. Your grandmother's as well. Mita Bachan, you can come out now." As from the shadows, Mito's ghost arrived. "Hello, Tsunade." As she went and hugged Tsunade and Mito, and then she went towards Naruto and gave him a hug. Bachan, Tsunade, I am truly disappointed in you. How could you decide with them on what happened to Naruto? Bachan, I am so sorry. I made a mistake. I know you made a mistake, Hime, because you were always a spoiled sport, spoiled by Hashirama to no end, and never were disciplined. So I do not blame you. I blame Hashirama for this, as Hashirama's soul shivered in his own grave. You do know that the mistake that you have made, Hime, can be led to the banishment from the clan, right? I know, Bachan, but please don't do this. I'm not going to. Neither is Naruto, right? Yes. Naruto doesn't want any revenge or anything to do in general with you. You are still his clansman. Naruto doesn't have any agenda against his sister, nor you. I know what you did, Tsunade-sama, Naruto said. I don't hold a grudge against you. I don't hold any feelings towards you. Hate, love, any emotion, nothing. You as well, Mito. And you as well, Mr. Juara. I don't hold anything towards you. The only person that I love and care about is the person standing beside you, Risen Sartobi. Why? Because he gave a damn about me. He was there for me when I needed him the most. Even though he was the Kage, doing the job that nobody wanted. As Risen smiled. And for that I thank you, monkey. Because of you, my grandson has turned into a nice person. It was an honor, Mito-sama. Still as ever, huh, monkey? Yes. Old habits die hard, I guess. Yes, they do. As after that, Naruto told them that they should leave and depart, and Shadow guided them outside of the village after talking somewhat. As after that, they departed, and when they did, the dome appeared again, darkness surrounding the whole thing. As Mito was standing next to Naruto, do you think you made the right choice, Naruto? Yes, Bachan. It is good this way, because I'm going to cause some destruction and havoc to get revenge for Uchiha Gakure. I don't want nothing to do with them and don't want them to get harmed and get caught in the crossfire. But they will be targeted, Naruto, and those who do will perish. Naruto said, his eyes getting much more dark at you. Good decision. Wait, you agree with me? Yes. Always protect your family. Family above everything else. Well, shadows, and they are also my family. And you as well, Bachan. And I will do anything in my power and will to protect you and your place that you cared about, and harm those who have tried to take what is ours and kill you. As after that, Naruto started to train. As we go back to Konoha, and it was revealed that it was Naruto who was killing all those shinobis who were arriving to get Uchiha scrolls, and it was him behind everything that took the scrolls. As Danzo became enraged and sent onbus after onbus, his root onbus after Naruto, but they never made it back, as all of their dead bodies were delivered at his doorstep in front of his house with a letter. Don't send any more. I can deliver more back. It is a hassle. Love, Shadow King. As Danzo was getting enraged, this cocky brat thought that he had some power that he could use to bend anything against his will and put them on their knees. He had another thing coming for him. He sent many more shinobis, but all of them died. So he went towards Orochimaru to meet him. Well, what do we have here? If it isn't Danzo Shimura, what can I do for you? Orochimaru, I want you to go towards the Shiogakure. I know you heard about the news. Yes, I have sent some experiments there. They have failed me. I think they ran away. They were consumed by the shadows. Consumed completely. Only their skeletons are left sometimes. I have received many of my shinobis. I see. So what do you want, Danzo? Want me to go there for you? Yes. Inside there, the one who's controlling and pulling the strings is the son of the fourth Hokage, and the abomination of Konoha, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Abomination. Calling your hero's son that, he's nothing more than abomination. He holds the soul of the Kyuubi. Still, a Jinchuriki of your hero and son, his blood running through his veins, and you call him an abomination, Danzo. You really are a hypocrite and corrupt. Enough! Will you help me, Orochimaru, or not? I will, but what will I get in return? You must tell me first. For the provider of my services, Danzo. Anything you want. Uzumaki fossils, Uzumaki scrolls, Kenjutsu styles, katanas, everything. Off and off, we split the loot. You got yourself a deal, Danzo, but you better not betray me, because I will be coming for your neck then. Now that I know that your half of the forces are gone. As Danzo gritted his teeth. It will be done, Danzo. Don't worry and go back to your butthole to stay there and rot. As Danzo left, and 1 week passed and Orochimaru sent many shinobis and went there himself, but he never returned, never was found. He was consumed by the darkness within him, who became a slave to Naruto, because he was their king, and killed Orochimaru as well. He was killed by his own shadows. The Otogakure was erased from the map next, as the news spread throughout the whole elemental nation. After Otogakure it was Rice, because in their prison was kept a Pandora box that if opened will release a darkness. Naruto took a hold of it and released the darkness to be consumed by him, and that is what happened. A huge gargoyle came and it was slave to Naruto, as the whole Rice country was left to ruin. Everyone was shocked. 2 villages going on from the world map like that was something. What was this entity? Who it was? It wasn't revealed one thing in the whole Kage-sama text Naruto. Shadow King. What? What do you mean? Said A. Have you been drinking Hiruzen? Said Oniki. Tell us what is going on. It is the son of the 4th Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. He knows what you did, but he is the king of the shadows. The shadows listen to him. Even your own shadows will. They are spying on you. Don't believe me? Look at them, as they all did after the shadows moved away from them to stand against them, as their eyes widened. Damn it! How can we get rid of them? There is no way. There are your shadows, their footprints that follow you everywhere you go. Damn it! Damn him! I'm going to start a war then. He will pay for this. No, the one who will be paying is you 3, said a voice that boomed as Naruto arrived. Kiri, Kumo, and Diba will perish. I, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, declare war upon you 3. Shadows versus you. And you will perish alongside everyone. If you want to don't fight me, step aside. As many of the shinobis who were amongst their kages arrived in front of them, Kuretsuchi, Mei, as well as Yujito, Samui, and Mabui as well. Why should we? You are an evil that needs to be purged, like those Uzumaki kids and girls that were raped by your family members. Don't believe me? No, don't. Listen to this, as the images were shown of what the 3 leaders and their elders have done, as the girls were left horrified. Do you think these little girls were targets? These little girls were enemies of yours? They will pay. Blood in exchange for blood. No mercy will be given. You all shall perish, and those who are innocent will be spared, or given a chance to at least. So step aside, or be dead and consumed by darkness. You as well, Rasa. I know what you did to Gaara. I have been keeping an eye on him. He has become my friend, and I will be taking him. You can't! As a dark spear appeared and pierced through his shoulder. Make me stop. Naruto, please! Gigi, please stay out of this. It is a matter amongst Uzumakis and these 4. What have Suna done? They are our allies. They were the ones who betrayed us. They are the traitors, said Gigi. I read everything. I read their logs. The previous Kazekage was the one who betrayed our trust and aided them to invade Uchiha, breaking Konoha's back by destroying their powerful and strongest ally and clan. Really? It's a lie. Here. Gaara, bring in the report. As Gaara arrived through sand. As he dropped the report, here is the report, Hokage-sama. Gaara, what are you doing? Do you want your village to be ruined? I don't give a fuck about your village. Kazekage, I'm taking my siblings and me away. No, they are my children, and so was I. Mother's not happy. What did you do to him? I didn't do anything. She did. As a ghost appeared behind him. How could you? Wait, please listen to me, dear. Don't you dare call me that. I gave you my life, my son, and my love, so that you can protect them, and this is how you repay me? I have lack of judgment, it seems. It seems my brother was right. Their uncle was right. You are not the best man for me. Please, please don't leave me. I'm already dead. Dumbass. As after that, Gaara's mother left, leaving Kazekage on the floor. You can manipulate spirits. I can call them, summon them. And Kuretsuchi, wanna know who killed your mother? Don't you dare! As Kuretsuchi's mother's ghost arrived. Miva, said Oniki. Mother, my daughter. As Kuretsuchi cried, what happened? It was your grandfather and father who did this. They killed me from behind. They wanted a perfect weapon for them. And once they knew you had both mine and your father's Kekigenkai, they did that. What? It is true. They were the one who killed me, not Minato. They blamed him. Wanna know why? I was forced married to your father, forced to conceive you, as per the order of the village. I never loved him. They portrayed me wrongfully. The one I admired was Minato, and he hated it. And that is why he killed me. You! How could you? Kuretsuchi said, glaring at her father and her grandfather. You must realize it was for the betterment. As Akatsuchi was blasted into molecules. You're next, old bastard. You better crawl back. I will not let you kill him. Why? I will get my revenge first. Get in line. As Kuretsuchi then said, fine. I stand beside you. As she dropped the headband. Kuretsuchi! You're a rogue now. Do you know that? I don't give a fuck, old man. You can go and fuck an old horse if you all I care about. I'm the one who slits your throat. And he'll be the one to extract your revenge. Deal? Deal. And you wanna know something funny? May? Your family was murdered by Yagura himself. It is a lie. As souls were brought, I can manipulate souls, you bastards. By this time you must have realized. As he then looked towards A, who was sweating. B, Yujito. You wanna know who killed your original parents? Your mother was raped by him, B. A raped her. Wait. Is this... Yes, he wanted a Jinchuriki and you were compatible with Ichibi, Hachibi, and that is why you were chosen. As for Yujito, he wanted a girl that he could breed his brother with, that he quote-unquote adopted. Not per planned, I must say. Is this true? A? B, don't listen to him. B? Said a woman's voice. Mother. You really disappoint me. How can you side with him after what he did to me? Mother, I apologize. I didn't know. Yujito, it's you. Father? You remember? As after everyone met, Naruto then turned towards them. See? Now they have been told the truth. The lies you have fed them, they are revealed to the whole populace, and they now know what kind of devastation awaits them. I give you all now a warning. What? You played us! I didn't do anything. You played yourself. You made the mistakes that came back to bite you in the ass. I brought you your ruin, your downfall, by breaking your economy first and making you suffer and then kill you with satisfying glare. You have my permission to die then, Honiki, and you as well. You three. As the populace one by one started to leave their villages and move on to make their own smaller villages, the economies of the four villages dropped so much that they were now on their knees and practically begging for any mission, but they weren't receiving any because they were revealed to their daimyos as well as the other villages to stay away from them, of what kind of people led their villages. As 1 month has passed since that incident, Naruto has brought those who have left their villages to his one, the kingdom of the Shadow King, the Shadow Uchiha. It was named as such. But inside the ruins, surrounding it, built were villages and houses of many shinobis, and many trade secrets were opened between Konoha and the Dark Uchiha. But Those who were coming there with intent to kill or spy upon were buried and killed in front of the gates, in front of the populace. The golems were given tasks to only kill those who were spies and had bad intentions towards the village, and the populace didn't care by now because they knew that it was for their own safety and betterment. As we go towards Naruto's throne room to see that Yuji was standing there, "My lord, our resources are getting better. We are getting more alliances as we speak. What about the other villages? They are getting declined. Their economy is broken already. Their backs are broken. All we have to do is just snap their necks and slit their throat open. It will be done, Curtis Uchiha, just in time." As after that, 1 year has passed, and Naruto was 13 years of age now. As for the rest, they were 1 or 2 years older than him, as per in canon. As Naruto also have rescued few along those years and killed off the whole Takigakure's populace for what they have done and destroyed the hero's water, so called that. During those times, Akatsuki has begun to make their move. They didn't find Ichibi or Nibi. They moved towards the third Dale, Isebu, but that was with Naruto, since Yagura was executed by Mei after being killed and starting a rebellion that Naruto supported, and Mizugaki was joined in the Dark Uzishio as a part of it. Rasa and Onigi were devastated at what was happening. This was supposed to be happen. They were supposed to become popular and dignified villages, not some corrupted bastards like they were now labeled as. Damn it, it's all because of him. We must kill him. As Orochimaru arrived, the three of them were meeting secrets. "Well, I can help." "Orochimaru, we thought you were dead." "I said a blood clone with half of my chakra. I have been paralyzed with half of my body." As half of the mangled Orochimaru appeared as well, limping there. "All I need is one sacrifice so I can get back my whole form, and then we can start with our revenge." 1 week later, Orochimaru was back to his health, and the three leaders were sitting amongst him. "We are waiting for another person. He must arrive here first." As from the shadows, Danzo arrived. "What is it that we want to talk about?" "Dark Uzishio must be destroyed. It has become too powerful for its own good." "Like the good old days, huh?" said Orochimaru. "Yes, like the good old days," said Danzo. "So we have a deal or something like that?" Yes, we have a deal. And we are going to destroy him and everything that kid stands for." That kid will not even know what hit him. But we must plan carefully. We must need help from them." "Who?" "Akatsuki." As after that, we go towards Akatsuki's base in Amegakure to see that it was at night time. As suddenly, shadows started to move, and one by one, necks rolled on the ground, as only Itachi, Konan, and none other than Nagato was left. "Who are you?" As Shadow rose from the ground. "I am Shadow, the general and aide of Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze-sama, my liege, the king of darkness and shadows. I am here to bring a message to you. You are going to be approached by the traitors of the 5 villages, and if you are to support them, you will perish. If you are not to, then you will live. The rest of the team has been killed off. Do you think you can kill a god?" As a shadow pierce arrived and pierced through the original Nagata's shoulder much more easily than you think, and say, "Ouch," said Shadow. "And here's a message from my lord. Read it." As after that, Shadow left. Inside it was a handwriting that Nagato realized it was his mother's. "Dear son, it's me, your mother, Kimiko Uzumaki. My soul has been resurrected back in Uzishio-gakure, where I was dead. I am under the rule of Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Please, son, I want to meet you. Abandon your ways and come. Come back to your home. Come back to Uzishio-gakure." As another letter was heard. P.S. Yahiko was also here. We can move freely amongst the plane. He has talked and said you were a dumbass. As Yahiko began to, hey dumbass, why are you making these kind of mistakes? I didn't sacrifice myself so you can become an evil emo bastard who can go and destroy the world. It really is you, Yahiko. As Conan then said, wait, really? Why don't you two just get married so you can have a kid named after me, the mighty hero who saved your asses? Yep, definitely Yahiko. What do you say, Conan? I guess we can go, since everyone is practically dead. I see. We are departing towards Konoha then. Why Konoha? Because they are the allies. We do not know where this letter came from. It isn't mentioned. And last time I heard, the Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto was born in Konoha. And they might have a clue where this letter came from. But your mother did say Uchiha Gakure, didn't she? Yes, but... Wait. Uchiha Gakure? Is that the place where he has been? We never looked there, Yahiko. Nagato. You're right. We have to go there then. As two of them went there. As in the night time, the armies were prepared by those five. Orochimaru, Danzo, as well as the other three leaders. But when they arrived at the doorsteps of the Uchiha Gakure, many shadows awaited them, golems, huge monsters, as well as dragons, in which they were burnt down to crisps within mere seconds as Naruto and the others arrived. Today, my revenge has been extracted. Go on, extract your revenge, my friends. As Kuretsuchi slit the throat of none other than her own grandfather, as Maid slit the throat of Yakura for what he had done. And Yujito and B killed off A more painfully. Rasa was killed by his own children, as the four Kages were dead. As for Orochimaru, Naruto personally killed him so that he cannot be reborn ever again, as the whole elemental nation was shook by what happened next. Four major villages perished and never were to be seen from the existence of the world. Konoha was shivering in mess as the dark Uchiha was revealed to the world and its power at its full display, as anything that should stand against him will be perished. And in due time passed, Naruto village and his grandfather's village become to get more peaceful since the evil and corrupt populace were already eradicated by Naruto. Naruto was seen as a figure who was to be feared and looked at with awe and respect by the Dark Uchiha residents and as Konoha's residents as well. Those who didn't make him a friend at the great young age were now regretting it because it was a glorifying thing now. Because people glorified that Naruto talked to them, or tried to at least, but now they regretted it deep inside because they should have made a friend. Only one person was able to boast about it. It was Konohamaru, the grandson of the fourth Hokage, who looked at Naruto like a Nissan. And the others were quite jealous of him. As for Mito, she vowed that she will live alone as this was her punishment, and that is what she had done. As for Tsunade, she became the next Kage to fill in the void, or avoid her duties as a grandmother. As Mito usually went to visit Naruto to ask for his forgiveness. Naruto forgave her because Naruto's mother's shadow that arrived there told her that she was as much of a victim as you were. And Naruto finally listened to reasoning and agreed to accept her back in, and both of the siblings found peace with one another. And Mito found that Naruto has been married and had quite a lot, sons and daughters with Yujito, as well as Kuretsuchi and Samui, and Mabui as well. And time passed, he married Fu as well, and his sister married Gaara, and they were all happy with one another. And those two villages were the hubs of the elemental nation, watching over every village and the threats that arrived, mainly the Otsuzukis, killing them and erasing them from existence, as the whole world was at peace. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.